Hi everyone, it's Todd and Sarah Zimmerman here at the entrance to Seven Oaks Farm. We thought this was a great place to kick off our namesake tasting tour as we go behind the scenes at Seven Oaks Farm, look at some of the history and the buildings and what led to our wine names. So come join us, we'll give you a preview. So first stop on the namesake tour of the farm is the main house, or the manor house as we call it on our wine label. So you probably know we name each of our wines after buildings on the property. What you probably don't know is we spend a lot of time trying to figure out which building corresponds to which wine. We try to tie the character and history of the building to the right wine and the character of that particular wine. So here we are at the Manor House, and Manor House is where we'll taste the Septenary 2015 Manor Reserve. We'll do that in the house in episode 6. We are here in front of Coleman Cottage. Coleman Cottage is where we'll taste the Septenary 2015 Coleman Red Blend, one of our premium Bordeaux style red blends, and we'll do that inside the cottage in episode 5. The Carriage House, episode 2, we'll go inside the Carriage House and taste Septenary's 2015 Carriage House Red Blend. For episode 4, we'll be tasting the Septenary 2017 Clover Plains blend. So there's no building here, and we're in the middle of a field because Clover Plains isn't actually the name of a building on the property. It's the name of the property prior to being changed to Seven Oaks Farm. We'll get into all that in that episode, but in the meantime, we'll move on to the other buildings. Here we are at the last stop of our preview, and it'll be actually the first stop on our namesake tour, which is Summer Kitchen Cottage. We will taste the Septenary 2018 Summer Kitchen Rosé here at the cottage during episode 1. So you probably noticed we previewed 5 locations and we've got 6 wines in our namesake tour. That's because one of the wines is a 2017 Chardonnay, and we don't have a building named Chardonnay. So we're going to have a secret, undisclosed location for the tasting of the 2017 Chardonnay, and we'll give you a little hint on that now. First person to email Andrew with the location of that tasting, 50% off the bottle of wine of your choice.
Hey everyone, Andrew here at Septenary, coming at you the only way we know how these days. Things are definitely a lot quieter around the tasting room and throughout the farm without you guys here, and we can't wait to have you all back, hopefully sooner than later. But in the meantime, we're really excited to be able to offer this virtual tasting and tour experience, to be able to taste some of your favorite Septenary wines and maybe a couple that you've never tried before. And it'll be fun to taste them in different locations, give you a better glimpse of the property and of the farm and kind of why we chose these names and how we got to choosing them, and just talking about the wine again. First of all, I know that Todd just gave a little bit of a tour and tutorial of some of the buildings and the property, and we'll go more in depth later. But now that I have the camera, I think I should just state the obvious, that this is not our day job. This is not our strength of giving these online videos. So thank you. Bear with us. If you're bored in quarantine, stick around. It's gonna be a few minutes. But if you're busy during quarantine, then feel free to fast forward at your leisure. So, what I decided to do first off, I wanted to start out here around the tasting room to either give those of you who have been here a refresher and reminder of the space, and for those of you who have not ever been here, give you a little bit of a glimpse of where we are and what we're doing, and hopefully you'll be able to visit us soon. So here I am outside the main tasting room. We've got a great, beautiful pool here that is not allowed to be swum in, but we do have a beautiful deck. This is our main tasting room here. Downstairs we do inside seated tastings. Upstairs is our wine club lounge, and obviously a great patio to enjoy the space, enjoy a glass of wine and the beautiful weather. Great lawn out there. Travis has been working diligently at keeping that healthy, beautiful, green, straight, and just a great space to enjoy that we can't wait for you to be back. So hop along with me. We're going to continue this tour around the tasting space and winery and barrel room. Thanks again, and hope you have fun. All right, here we go. Let's hop in Little Red Riding Hood and go for a ride. So, first of all, I just want to issue a little disclaimer to staff. This does not give you permission to drive the golf cart wherever you like. So, come along, here we go. It's a beautiful day. Wish you were here. Great space, great lawn, beautiful vineyard there at the top of the hill. We've got some great bud break happening right now. This is our pergola underneath here. We've got a beautiful grill there that our wine club members can use on Friday nights. Can't wait to have you back. So we're gonna go through here, a little bit of a reverse tasting tour, that's what I mean. We'll get to tasting in a minute. Here we are out on the patio. We're getting into the beautiful spring and summer weather. Hope to be able to put the tent up in the near future and enjoy this outdoor space a little bit more, and hopefully get back to our second Saturdays at Septenary with some live music and food trucks. Stay tuned. Here's a glimpse of the new tasting room. We'll head in there in just a minute, but first we're going to take a quick little tour inside the winery, see what's going on here, so bear with the bumpiness. Here we are inside the winery. Not too much happening in here these days. Things are pretty well buttoned up. Most of the tanks are emptied. We do have a lot of wine stocked, inventoried, aging in bottle right now. We've got a few other specials that will be coming your way, and if you're a wine club, you will know first. Over here we've got some barrels. Most of these are empty, getting ready for the 2020 vintage. We do have a couple tanks that are full. We've got some Viognier and Chardonnay that will hopefully bottle in the coming weeks. We do have a little bit of Chardonnay in barrel as well. But let's continue this tour, see what else is happening on this side of things. Out onto the crush pad, we've got our harvest equipment waiting patiently for harvest 2020, a few months away. Looking forward to it. So far a strong start with some really nice bud break. Here we are inside the barrel room. If you're a wine club member, you've probably been able to experience this space already. We've been able to host a couple of our wine club pickup parties and a couple early releases and special releases to our wine club members. So in here, again, a fair amount of empty barrels, but basically what you see from here all the way over to here, that is our 2019 vintage. So these are all reds, with the exception of 4 barrels there. Those are the whites, the Chardonnay. Everything is aging in barrel right now, patiently waiting. We'll be doing some blending in the coming months. But this space has been a great addition. Like I said, been great to have for wine club pickup parties and some other special releases. We've been able to host some dinners and other private tastings as well in here. If you are a wine club member and you have not yet picked up your wine club, here they are, packed and ready for you, patiently waiting. Can't wait to have you back. If you're able to come by and pick up, give us a call and let us know. We've got your wine ready for you. So let's continue this tour into the new tasting space. All right, here we are inside the new tasting room. Things are a little rearranged to be able to facilitate some of the packing and shipping that we've had over the past couple of weeks. Thank you again so much for your orders. Can't wait to be able to share this namesake tasting and tour and our wines with you. So inside this space, a little more of a bar setup. This has been a great addition, especially on busier weekends, busier Saturdays, to have as a little bit of an overflow space. It's worked out really well for us. And then opens up nicely through these doors. Right on out to the patio to enjoy beautiful weather on the farm. So again, can't wait to have you here. On second thought, instead of trying to drive back out this way and on Travis's lawn, I think he would thank me if I do not drive on this lawn and go the long way. So bear with me as I back up through the tasting room again. Here we go. All right, here we are back on the crush pad. Let's continue this tour. We're almost done. We're almost to the wine, I promise. This is another building that we have on the property. I'll talk about it in 1 second. Over here, just another building, mostly garage space, primarily for some extra storage, etc. But again, back over here onto this building. So this is actually another namesake building that we have on the property that you will actually never see a wine named after. This is the driver's building, and we just decided that it probably didn't make the most sense, wasn't very responsible of us to name a wine, alcoholic beverage, the driver's wine. Probably not the safest idea, so we're just going to admire this building and let it be its own thing, and name other buildings for our other wines. So let's continue on. We're getting a glimpse right there, a glimpse of Summer Kitchen. Let's check it out. And here we are. Let's go see what's happening in Summer Kitchen.
Hi everybody, Sarah here. I wanted to talk with you a little bit about the Summer Kitchen before Todd and Andrew go on with the first tasting on our namesake tour. So back of me here is our Summer Kitchen. So Summer Kitchens were popular in the late 18th and early 19th century. They started in New England and gradually moved down into the mid-Atlantic region, and actually even out west a little bit with exploration. So the Summer Kitchen was a building that was designed to be a separate area for food preparation and other tasks like canning, sometimes sewing, or even washing clothes were to occur. So there were three main reasons to detach the building from the main house. The first was to keep the heat level down, especially during the summer months, hence the name Summer Kitchen. It also minimized some of the cooking odors that would escape into the main house. And third, and probably most important, was to minimize the risk of fire in the main house. Now, as you can see, our Summer Kitchen here at Seven Oaks is way far away now from the manor house over there. It's actually a little bit to the north of our Coleman cottage, which you'll see later. It was originally about 50 feet from the manor house, and it was joined by a breezeway. So let's go inside and take a look. So here we are inside the Summer Kitchen, and as you can see, it doesn't resemble a kitchen at all. Probably the only remnant that's visible now from it being a kitchen before is this access to the chimney, which you probably noticed outside. There was a small chimney that probably served either a fireplace or a stove that was used for cooking. So when Todd and I bought the property, we originally used this building as an office but we quickly were charmed by just how cute it is, and we had a lot of fun fixing it up. We painted it, bought some cute furniture. We also have our wonderful cow, Daisy, over here. And so now we use the summer kitchen for brides, for a dressing area, and also guests who come to visit the farm, particularly our winemakers when they are weary from harvest and bleary-eyed and stumbling around. They need a place to crash for the night, so they come in here. So you can see we have the bed, we have the sitting area. The other neat thing about summer kitchen is, so go down the steps here. By the way, we think that maybe this could have been access to a root cellar when the building was in its original spot. They did a lot of canning back then, and so this could have been an area where they stored canned goods. Now, you can also see that a bathroom, full bath, was added, which is definitely not part of a summer kitchen, but makes for a nice little cottage. So we'll go back outside now, and we will join Todd and Andrew for the first wine, our Summer Kitchen Rosé.
Okay, so Todd and Andrew out here on the porch of Summer Kitchen getting ready for the wine tasting part of this. So if you've been watching the history, hopefully you had some fun and learned something. If you fast forwarded till you saw the wine, shame on you. There's kids all across this nation who are trying to learn from all their online classes, and you all are fast forwarding. Well, all right, let's drink some wine. Andrew?
So first, sorry, I should have done this when we started this video. So just to assure all of our viewers, I just want to let you know that we are appropriately distanced. Don't touch it. I'm going to have to retract this in just a second. So, we're good. Yep, we're at 6 feet. I think we're safe. So, here we go. You got your wine. Good. Here we go. All right, so starting off with the 2018 Summer Kitchen Rosé. This is the second vintage that we've produced, the Summer Kitchen Rosé. The first vintage that we produced was the 2017, and that was a slightly different style. It's a rosé, a dry rosé from Syrah, and in the 2017 vintage, what we actually did was we actually added a little bit of Sauvignon Blanc to the rosé to kind of brighten it up a little bit, add a little bit more acidity, and we really liked that dynamic, something a little bit different to the rosé, just a different dimension. So when we were getting ready to produce the 2018 rosé, we picked the Syrah again, intending to use that yet again as a dry rosé. But if you know anything about 2018, it was a dramatically low yield of our harvest. And so our overall yield of the Syrah was quite low. And we were also looking for a different dynamic, a different dimension again to add to the rosé. So we were actually harvesting our Viognier at the same time and decided to do a 50-50 co-ferment, Côte de Rhône style dry rosé from Syrah and Viognier together, producing this bright, really dynamic, expressive rosé. As you smell it, take a second. You hopefully have poured yourself a little bit already in your glass and are ready to taste with us. So give it a little bit of a swirl, give it a nice sniff, put your nose in the glass. If you've never tasted before, this is going to be a lot of fun. Here we go. So, give it a nice swirl, stick your nose in there, really nice deep inhale, breathe in those aromatics. So what hits me initially, I really get a lot of that Viognier influence. Get more tropical notes, a bit more floral, just really inviting aromatics to start off on the nose. Then, give it a second, let your nose get used to it, really bring in those flavors, and then go ahead and take a sip, see how it is.
Yeah, so Andrew, one of the things that's fun about this wine in particular compared to the 17 is how the Viognier really hits you on the nose.
Definitely.
And then this typical rosé sort of kicks in.
Yeah, then on the palate, I think the dry rosé from Syrah, you get a little bit more of this savory note. It is a little bit softer, not quite as bright and acidic as the 2017 was, but again, you still get some really nice fruit, nice strawberry notes that you quite often expect from a traditional dry rosé. But yeah, I think the complementary notes of the Syrah and the Viognier really serve this wine very well. Get some great floral notes, a little bit more subtle palate, but still get some really nice fruit to it.
Yeah, one of the nice things, of course, that came out of the 18 harvest was that it challenged us a bit to be creative. This was one of the first things we put together as far as creativity early in the season, if you will, in 19 as we played with the 18 harvest. We were real happy to come out of the box with this.
Yeah,
we did mention early on that we were going to talk a little bit about the naming convention and how it is that you wound up with Summer Kitchen Rosé. And so it's kind of funny as you hear all the stories about Summer Kitchen and kind of what led us to this rosé. We thought originally we'd name a light red Summer Kitchen, and then we had our 17 rosé, as Andrew mentioned, some don't belong in there, but it was a Syrah-based rosé, which is a little unusual. The Summer Kitchen, as we think about our buildings, it used to be over there by the main house, belongs next to the main house, but here it is sort of out randomly on our property, and while we love it, it seems oddly placed. And the Syrah is kind of similar to that. A Syrah in Virginia is just hard to grow. You wait as you're going through the year and you wonder if it's going to be a good red or if it's going to be a rosé. And in this particular case, 2 years in a row, we've made rosé from it. And it just seemed a nice fit for Summer Kitchen in that it's repurposed in Summer Kitchen. No longer a kitchen, now it's a cottage. It used to be an office. Syrah, sometimes it's a big bold red, sometimes it's a rosé. And in these 2 years, a rosé with Sauvignon Blanc and then a rosé with Viognier. So it's actually been the perfect name for Summer Kitchen. Summer Kitchen rosé.
Yeah, absolutely. So, as Todd alluded to, Syrah is a finicky varietal in Virginia. It suited us very well to make rosé out of it for the first 2 vintages. And in 2019, again, watching the growing season, watching the Syrah, how it was doing, 2019 was a phenomenal growing season. So, especially as we got through Verasia and watching the ripening of the grapes, we were really hopeful that we'd be able to use the Syrah as a Syrah. We knew that it would do well for us as a rosé if we wanted to make another rosé out of it, but the growing season continued to be very nice. We let the fruit hang, and we actually did pick the Syrah and are currently aging it in barrel. It's going to be a small batch, but we're excited to be able to offer a straight Syrah, probably about a year or so away from now, but really excited to see that. Don't worry, there will be another rosé. It'll be a dry rosé again, but primarily from Cabernet Franc.
So as we talk about this wine a little bit, Andrew, maybe you talk about rosé and how we make rosé, or how rosé is made.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. So rosé, I mean, what kind of sets it apart is obviously its color. It's quite often paler or pink. It's not always intended for bachelorettes. Don't worry, it's okay. It is delicious. Anyone can enjoy rosé. So what gives it the color is the color of the skin. So you can make a rosé out of any, basically any red grape. So as we bring the fruit in, quite often what we'll do is with the Syrah, because it is such a hardy grape and it has such a thick, dynamic skin, we'll quite often press it right away. It will get a fair amount of color extracted from the juice just initially on that first press. If you're familiar with Virginia wine, you've probably seen rosé from some other varietals. Merlot does great, Cabernet Franc as well, which is coming in our 2019. And quite often, with those, in order to get that color and that structure, you might leave the juice on the skins for a little bit longer to extract some of that color, because again, it's the skin that gives the color and the pigmentation of the wine. For us, with that Syrah, we were able to press it right away and came out with a really nice, beautiful tone to it. And then once it's pressed off, it's aged in tank, in a stainless steel tank. It's not going into an oak barrel or anything. It's better suited to be in a stainless steel tank where the aromatics and the true fruit tones are not going to be hidden or masked or overwhelmed by too much oak and too much structure. You want the rosé to be bright and vibrant and refreshing, especially to be enjoyed on bright spring and summer days, something that you can enjoy near the pool. That's going to be refreshing. You want those characteristics that you're going to get from aging it in stainless steel. And then you don't also have to age it quite as long. You're not expecting the extraction from the oak, so you have a little bit more control over how long it's aging, and then when you're able to bottle it and release it to enjoy.
So, Summer Kitchen, historically a workplace, now a cottage tied to weddings and therefore a lot of celebrations. The Summer Kitchen Rosé, also a great celebratory wine, served chilled by the poolside or whatever your pleasure. Enjoy the Septenary 2018 Summer Kitchen Rosé. Next stop on our tour is the Carriage House, which will be fun as well. Anything else?
That's it. Thanks for tuning in.
Thank you.
Thank you.